Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of The Surfer's Journey. In today's episode, I'm going to talk about what surfers can do to improve their surfing on flat days like this. You can do it in any kind of weather conditions, anywhere, right now, today. And I'm talking about surf skating. Now, obviously, there's no substitute for time in the water. However, surf skating is the next best thing. And in today's video, I'm going to show you some key drills and tips to improve your surfing. And guys, if you're new here, please subscribe to the channel now to stay up to date with all our latest surfing tutorials. But for now, let's get into today's video.
Few things break a surfer's heart like rocking up to the beach and seeing that the waves are flat. But this is where we need to look elsewhere. We need to look to the cement, to the paths, to the roads, and get on our surf skate.
Surf skating provides surfers with several key benefits. Now, some of these are developing the same movement patterns that you're going to do on your surfboard, but we can practice, refine those skills on the skateboard. And we can get so much repetition done on dry land compared to the surf, where we have to wait for the right wave and we have to wait for the right section before we can practice that maneuver. By using the surf skate, we can get that maneuver practiced time and time and time again. The other key benefit is that we get to use and practice visualization when we're up and riding on the surf skate. Pretend that you're actually on a wave. Imagine what it looks like, what it's going to feel like, what it's going to smell like, all of those things. And pretend that you're on the wave when you're riding the surf skate. This will help develop that skill set and then translate it to the ocean.
Now you might be wondering, do I actually need a surf skate, or can I just use my normal skateboard? Well, of course you could use a normal skateboard. Just make sure that you loosen the trucks as much as you can, but there are some limitations to a normal skateboard. They don't have the same maneuverability that a surf skate provides. And there's also a temptation to stomp down on the tail and get a little bit wiggly with it. If we compare that to a surf skateboard, you'll see that the design is far different. And basically, what this allows is for a feeling that feels much more similar to a surfboard. And as far as cross training is concerned, it's a much better option.
So now that we understand some of the key differences between a surf skate and a normal skateboard, let's jump on the board and see what that looks like. So you'll notice that when I try and transition my weight from heel to toe, I do get some lean, but it's limited compared to what I can get on the surf skateboard. You'll notice that on the surf skate, I've got a huge amount of range of motion, and I can lean on my toes and heels a lot more than I could on the normal skateboard. This will be key for us to work on our balance and also to learn and improve some key techniques.
To start off with, keep it simple. Just practice transitioning your weight from heel to toe and heel to toe. And as you start to get more comfortable with that, you can start to make those changes of weight distribution happen a bit more aggressively and a bit faster. And you can start to incorporate upper body rotation.
Once you've chosen your board, whether it's a skateboard or a surf skate, the next decision you have to make is choosing an appropriate location. And somewhere like this is pretty good. We've got limited traffic, so I don't have to worry about cars. I've got a pretty smooth surface that's free of rocks and sand. The other thing we want to try and find is a slope in the surface of the road that we're actually using. If we can find that, then we can replicate what a wave would be like. Then we can go top to bottom, just like we would on a wave. So start there by choosing an appropriate spot for you to surf skate.
Now that we've got the basics covered, let's start to break down some of the key techniques that we can use. Speed generation. It's a name given to the technique that surfers use to generate speed. It's pretty simple. However, it's often not done very well, and it's something that a lot of surfers can improve, and the Surfskate provides the perfect opportunity to practice a speed generation technique. If we have a look at this example, you can see that I throw my arms and extend my body, and while I'm doing this, my weight has gone onto my toes. What will happen is that my board will go up the wave to where the power source is, and I repeat that process for as many times as I need to. We can replicate this same technique on the Surfskate like this. You can see that I've extended by throwing my arms, I've extended my body, and I've put my weight onto my toes. Notice how there's a slight compression of my body, followed by an extension. This helps develop power, and it's the same on the backhand, but as you extend, you're going to put the weight onto your heels. And once again, you just practice this as long as you need to get it right. When I talk about basic turns, I'm talking about turns like this, a bottom turn. That's a basic maneuver. I'm also talking about carves like this. And once we can practice those individual skills, we can then put them together. So you can see I bottom turn to top turn, bottom turn to top turn. The Surfskate gives us the opportunity to practice our body positioning the same that we would be doing on a surfboard, but we can replicate that on the Surfskate. And once again, to start practicing maneuvers, start small. Just start by practicing maneuvers with only a slight change of direction. And as you start to get more confident and more comfortable, you can start to do maneuvers that have a higher degree of turning. You can then start to put all the technical cues together by looking to where you want to go, by rotating your upper body, using compression and extension. Get as much practice as you can in on the Surfskate so that when you get to the surf, you'll be able to nail those maneuvers far quicker than if you hadn't ever practiced them. A roundhouse cutback is like a carve, except it goes for longer, so you go all the way around, back to the foam, back to the power source, where you perform another re-entry. Now while we can't practice re-entries On the Surfskate, what we can do is practice that change of direction, a double change of direction if you like. Have a look at this example here and you'll see exactly what I mean. Now, to perform this with success, you're going to need more speed, and you're going to have to practice on holding that compressed stance for longer and extending at the end, but then re-entering compression and then extending out of that. As surfers, our aim is to get a combination of maneuvers on a wave. Bottom turn to top turn, bottom turn to re-entry, whatever it is, that's what we're aiming for. And our aim will be the same on the Surfskate. Get creative and practice as many different combinations of maneuvers as you can. This will only help develop your skill and technique for the next time you go surfing.
Guys, thanks for watching the video today. I hope that now you understand why surf skating is so beneficial and you understand how to perform those key drills to improve your surfing. If you have any questions about any of the drills, please leave a comment and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Remember that it takes 10,000 hours to reach mastery in whatever skill set it is that you're practicing. We can rack up the hours on the Surfskate far quicker than we can in the water. Remember to like the video and comment below to let me know what other videos you'd like to see. Thanks guys, I'll see you in the water.